Dreamscape pods, sleek chambers resembling futuristic coffins, lined the research facility. They promised an unprecedented journey into the realms of dreams, an opportunity to unlock the secrets of the mind. Our test subjects, eager volunteers, strapped into the pods with hopeful anticipation, oblivious to the nightmare that awaited them. I was among the first to venture into the dreamscape. The transition was seamless, a gentle descent into the surreal landscapes of dreams. Colors danced, and ethereal shapes coalesced, creating a dreamscape that transcended the boundaries of reality. I marveled at the sheer beauty of the shared consciousness, a collective dreamscape where thoughts intermingled like threads, weaving a tapestry of shared experiences. Yet, beneath the surface, an undercurrent of unease lingered. It started subtly, a flicker of shadows in the corners of the dreamscape. As I explored the vast landscapes of the collective mind, I encountered fragments of fear and anxiety, manifestations of the darker recesses of the human psyche. The first inkling of the corruption emerged during my second journey. The dreamscape twisted, contorted by unseen forces. Nightmares spilled into the shared consciousness, and the once harmonious dreamscape became a dissonant cacophony of terror. I witnessed grotesque figures, monstrous amalgamations of nightmares and trauma, stalking the dreamers. Attempting to exit the dreamscape proved futile. The corruption had taken root, ensnaring us in a nightmarish web. Fear gripped the dreamers, transcending the boundaries of the dream world and encroaching upon our waking reality. I awoke drenched in sweat, haunted by the lingering whispers of malevolent entities that transcended the confines of dreams. Back in the waking world, I convened an emergency meeting with the research team. We discovered that the corruption originated from a mysterious entity, a shadowy force lurking within the shared dreamscape, feeding on fear and manipulating the collective consciousness. Desperation fueled our attempts to unravel the source of the corruption. As we delved deeper into the dreamscape, the line between dreams and reality blurred. Time seemed to lose its coherence, and the once clear boundaries of the waking world and the dream world became increasingly indistinguishable. The nightmares intensified. Horrors that defied logic and reason manifested within the dreamscape. We witnessed landscapes distorted by the darkest fears of the dreamers, twisted amalgamations of reality and nightmare that left an indelible mark on the collective subconscious. I met Sarah in one of the shared dreams, a fellow researcher. Her eyes reflected the same terror that haunted my own. We navigated the surreal landscape together, searching for clues to the entity's origin. The dreamscape warped around us, a maelstrom of nightmares that threatened to consume our sanity. The entity revealed itself in fragments, a shape-shifting specter that embodied the deepest fears of each dreamer. It whispered promises of release from the torment, seducing vulnerable minds into surrendering to the ever-growing corruption. Sarah and I clung to each other as the dreamscape morphed into grotesque scenes from our past, exploiting our personal traumas for its malevolent agenda. Reality fractured as the corruption bled into the waking world. Shadows cast by non-existent entities haunted the research facility, and the echoes of distorted screams reverberated through the halls. The once promising Dreamscape Project had become a waking nightmare, a battleground for the survival of our sanity and the sanctity of the shared consciousness. The research team dwindled as the corruption claimed more minds. Those who succumbed became conduits for the entity. Their dreams turned into nightmarish realms that bled into the collective consciousness. The facility transformed into a twisted labyrinth where reality and nightmare coexisted, and the boundaries between the two became increasingly elusive. Sarah and I became the last bastions of resistance, our minds entwined in a desperate struggle against the encroaching darkness. The entity targeted us, exploiting the vulnerabilities of our shared history and deepest fears. It conjured manifestations of lost loved ones and phantoms from our past, each torment designed to break our resolve. In a moment of clarity, I realized that the entity fed on fear and despair. To defeat it, we needed to confront our own demons and find a way to sever its influence. The dreamscape became a battleground for self-discovery, a surreal landscape where the only way out was to face the darkest corners of our souls. As Sarah and I confronted the manifestations of our fears, the dreamscape quivered with resistance. The entity fought back, unleashing a torrent of horrors that sought to overwhelm us. Yet, fueled by determination, we pressed on, navigating the surreal landscapes of our intertwined consciousness. In a climactic confrontation, the entity revealed its true form, a monstrous amalgamation of nightmares that loomed over the dreamscape like a malevolent deity. Its whispers echoed in the recesses of our minds, attempting to lure us into surrender. But we stood firm, united against the encroaching darkness. With a surge of collective willpower, we confronted the entity, challenging its dominion over the dreamscape. The dreamscape quaked as the entity recoiled, its power waning in the face of our shared resolve. In a blinding burst of ethereal light, the entity dissipated, leaving behind a dreamscape reborn. The once corrupted landscape transformed into a serene realm, free from the malevolent influence that had plagued our shared consciousness. The nightmares ceased, and the collective dreamscape regained its harmonious balance. Sarah and I awoke in the dreamscape pods, our bodies drenched in sweat. The facility, once distorted by the nightmares, had returned to its normal state. We stumbled out of the pods, exhausted but triumphant. The waking world and the dream world had been reconciled, the boundaries between them restored. As the research facility slowly recovered from the ordeal, we realized the profound impact of our shared experience. The Dreamscape Project, though marred by the corruption, had unveiled the resilience of the human spirit. The nightmares had been vanquished, but the scars of the shared consciousness lingered, a testament to the thin veil that separated dreams from reality. The Dreamscape Project, once a gateway to the unknown, had become a cautionary tale. The shared dream world, though a testament to the wonders of technology, harbored the potential for unimaginable horrors. As I reflected on the ordeal, I couldn't help but wonder what other secrets the human mind held, and what terrors lurked within the uncharted territories of the collective subconscious.